Yeah, I'm gonna say it's more like or less concerning my nothing doing related point, and I just I don't know how how come I bounced over again on my speaking channel here called, you know how it's called, right? It goes without saying, and just me, and nothing happening, and just I I was through my haul in today's stuff all the day long, and just I'm done with what I wanted, and just I have my free precious time to rant about something quite particular on this channel called, how it's called, I mean, and it's my just weird personality. Please bear all my just me for, and it just again goes without saying, and I attended the nicest meeting at our venue, I should say, with all our regulars, and we all just were the nicest two earthlings there, and their participants, I should say, and we were just very few today, because people, I don't know, they play hooky, they don't attend those meetings, pretty nicest ones, and there were, as always, our anchors, news gals. They're not news gals, they're just anchors of our leader leadership wins, and those ladies, they all one of them actually from United States of America, and another from Australia. Her name is Sister Wooly. Hello, Sister Wooly, if you're watching. I hope you are not watching this shit, because like it's the premise where I make my poor attempts of speaking fluently. If whatever that happens, if ever that happens, please bear with all my mistakes, because they're just part of the process. If you're not familiar with that, I'm just encapsulating those facts for you, particularly in this video shit up tonight. And I lost my fucking train of thoughts of what I was gonna say. I attended the meeting, and they led that meeting pretty impeccably, and we were discussing like stuff as it goes to vacation spots in Australia and how they do that. I mean, peeps, local residents of Australia, different types of neighborhoods and a wide array of areas. Peeps live there in those areas on the nicest continent called Australia. And they do the light tracks, and what they do, according to nothing doing theory, nothing doing theory, in all stupidity, I'm telling you, I'm pretty stupid and creative, and not so creative as I am stupid. And okay, I'm gonna invent some new word at some occasion that occurs to me, and I might fail at that, and I will fall short of it. Would not invent a new vocabulary thing correctly, or not inventing that at all, but that's just me for again. That's my channel, that's my premise where I create things for me, for my American English. I adore American English, how they make those sounds, roaring sounds, like I'm trying to make like roar, like man sounds, and I'm still on it. I'm possessing that skill, and that just to I want to be like all the seasoned guy about making right American sounds, and I will fight and die. I hope I won't, only like and choose the rightest version for you, because I've been familiar with both options, like saying won't and won't. Both work pretty nicely and decently, I should say. And I don't know how many words I learned recently. I don't count them actually. I only put them in my mind, or on separate shelves of my mind. And I'm like creating separate garages in my mind in order to put those nice vocabulary things, recently learned ones, into right shelves in my mind, and I'm doing that, and in order to put them correctly and for good and long memory should only put them into the separate created premises in your mind, and don't make that poor attempt to replace your own language derived word with a new recently learned one. Let's say learning Spanish and you learned something, let's say que pasa, bro? Que pasa. What do you think that means? That means what's going on here? Que pasa. And don't try to put that phrase directly to the premise where your language derived ones resides. Don't do that. Useless and a bullshitted mistake. You only have to, and you will create this separate premise for the whole phrase in order to memorize it deeply and natively. And that way you will remember that phrase when the opportunity arises to use it. You will use it correctly, natively, and automatically, and without having any fucking process of translating from your native language. Let's say your first native language it's like Japanese, and you're learning Spanish, and that way you won't be using that phrase being translated or interpreted from, let's say, your native language to Spanish or vice versa. Don't do that. I've been there, I've done that. I know what I'm talking about here, and only create a so-called separate garage in your mind, and that way you'll be good guy or gal, whatever gender you are. And I respect both genders. I'm not a sexist here, though I must confess that I'm partly sexist when it occurs to certain kinds of activities being considered from men's and women's standpoint. I stand for that only men could decently drive cars, vehicles. I may say that here and there might be some little girls and women who may drive impeccably. I don't mind that. I don't mind it at all. And I'm only emphasizing the fact that there are certain arrays of activities that men were created for and women were created for. That goes from our nature, from the very beginning of our origin, of our existence here on this planet. We all evolved parallel in each other, but slightly and to some extent completely in separate and different ways. And I want to solidify this notion for you, and I'm doing that only. I'm trying to impress that upon you and make it for that point very clear. And there are some, maybe even unknown activities on that planet called Earth that only men or only women are able to implement in an impeccable way. Don't take those so-called men's roles. Women don't do that. If you're a nice guy, don't take that man's role. Don't drag it into your life. You'll be unhappy with that, I'm telling you. If you're a man, don't drag into your life that so-called women's issues. You can, if you will. You want and you will, if you can actually do dishwashing and to do dish, as they say, Native Americans say, they say do dish, and what else, just to ironing some clothes, maybe cleaning up around your apartment, cleaning up, and just to, I don't know. If you're a man, it doesn't mean you don't clean up. Master, that's how it works. Woman keeps the mood of your family residence, and you as a man, you're providing for the family. That's how it works. Don't drag onto each other separate or different, I should say, roles. Don't do that, guys and gals, and everything is gonna be fucking elite with you. That's probably fucking it about tonight, but only about tonight, because I have a lot of shits to lay on you, and I'm only doing those in portions. And please bear with all my mistakes that I made, and that's just my premise where I'm all just free and Nothing holds me back actually. Pleasure, participate in my life, subscribe my channel, follow me, whatever I'll be doing, do your own things, never step out of doing those. I'm telling you, thanks for your attendance and attention. I'm with you, see you all in a while. Have a nice one, bye.